I've always been a quiet guy. Ex-Air Force, now working remote as a cybersecurity contractor for private clients and local municipalities. Bought my house in a quiet, gated subdivision, thinking I'd found some peace and quiet. Neighbors were friendly enough at first, at least until the HOA got nosy. I'd only lived there about 6 months before I got my first taste of what I'd later call the Karen Committee. Their president, Marla, a petite woman with big sunglasses and a clipboard surgically attached to her hand, fancied herself the queen of the cul-de-sac. She once fined a neighbor for using the wrong shade of beige on their patio furniture. I knew I might have some issues when she knocked on my door, asking what I do in there all day with all the cameras. That's right, my house has a full perimeter security system. It's discreet, but anyone who looks closely can see the infrared motion sensors, floodlights, and HD security cams. I like my privacy and I protect it. Apparently, privacy offended her. It got weirder. She sent a letter accusing me of operating a commercial surveillance business from a residential property, which I wasn't. Then she demanded access to inspect my exterior systems. That was a hard no. Then came the day of the ladder. I was in my home office reviewing footage for a local government security audit when I saw something strange on one of my side yard cameras. A ladder propped up against my privacy fence. I flipped to the next angle. There she was, Marla, climbing, trying to peek over my 8-foot fence with binoculars around her neck like she was on a wildlife expedition. Before I could even get outside, I saw it happen in real time. The ladder wobbled. One leg slipped on the gravel. She tried to grab the top of the fence and went right down into my mulch bed. I ran out the back door, and she was already yelling for help, tangled in ivy with her visor sideways. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt, just a bruised wrist and a lot of pride. I called for EMS just in case, and while they were patching her up, she told the paramedic, I was just doing an HOA compliance inspection. She might as well have confessed to trespassing in front of a cop, which she basically had, because I had everything on camera. That night, I reviewed the footage, clipped together a highlight reel, ladder wobble included, and emailed it to the HOA board. I also CC'd the local police and my attorney, just in case. Then I dropped the hammer. What Marla and the board didn't know was that I had built the entire neighborhood's security infrastructure. The HOA had hired a private contractor, me under a subcontracting alias, to install their gate cameras, license plate readers, and cloud-based community server. I knew the angles. I had the footage, and I had the access logs showing Marla had disabled gate alerts for her address the day she climbed my fence, so the system wouldn't catch her movements. I documented everything and formally requested a written apology for trespassing, a cease and desist from the HOA regarding my private property, Marla's resignation from the board. They pushed back, so I pushed harder. I pulled their server access for non-payment of an unrelated system upgrade I had done 2 months prior. That meant their community gate logs and cameras went dark. Residents were not happy. Within 48 hours, the board folded. Marla resigned. They issued a formal apology and rewrote HOA bylaws to clarify they had no right to inspect personal property without legal cause. Now, things are quiet again. I've left the ladder where it landed in the mulch as a sort of ironic garden sculpture, and every time I walk past it, I smile. Because the real irony? Marla thought she was watching me, but the whole time, I was watching her.